common relationship, romantic relationship that I hear in the disability community, and that is you have to be dating someone to be happy. And I think this often happens because we spend so much time in the disability community talking about like have more health and have more consent and like have more education, which is all really important things. And I think like if you have an intellectual disability, it can be really hard for you to know like, hey, if I started dating, how do I tell a person I do or do not want to be intimate? Or even if you are someone on the internet like me, people often wonder, can you be intimate with a disability? Can you have babies? Can you have sex? Like all those things. And while that is very, very important to talk about, because sexual health could be a main priority for everyone, I don't necessarily believe that you have to have a relationship to be happy romantically, and I think that is also somewhat harmful to a person's mental health, especially if they can't understand why they haven't found someone yet, or like why no one has asked them out before. So I wanted to make this video talking about my opinion about the whole entire subject, and hopefully this will help you kind of feel better about your health and about your relationship status. If you want to know about my one and only high school dating experience, I will link that video down below. But today I'm going to be talking about very open and honestly about my thoughts about dating with a disability and what you maybe want to consider from a family perspective or like a parent perspective, maybe, or even an individual perspective. So the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm not going to out him on the video, but it came up in conversation that he was interested in someone, and he was asking me honestly why I don't have a relationship, and I told him, well, with a disability, you have to worry about compatibility. Will that person be able to provide the appropriate amount of care? Will they be okay with you not having baby, or maybe adopting baby? And do you want her? And how would you run a family, whether that be a family of her baby or a real human baby? Like, I feel like for me, I don't want to have to think about all those things all the time, because like I never want to burden someone with my disability, and I know I won't burden them, but like that is something that you have to think about. And then the other thing that we have to think about is when you are on a Medicaid waiver, specifically the community support waiver, you cannot get married to someone when you have a disability, because your income automatically doubles based on what they make, and it can cut you off, and you can lose your benefit, which for me would be a huge downfall, because my benefits or like my benefit or my rate, my benefit or how I work every day, my benefit or how I run my business, the doctor's appointment, get out of bed, get food at the milk before you name it. Basically my benefit keeps me from being a human rotten potato in bed. So like if I wanted to get married and do my benefit, I would have to pay the competitive rate for hair removal, and I don't know if I would be able to afford something that would actually maintain the appropriate number of support staff that I need. So, and also like having a relationship also means having a mature mindset of how to problem solve and process and understand things and not be emotionally unstable all the time, where I don't talk about this very much on my YouTube channel, but I do want to mention this to anyone watching this. I have a processing disorder where sometimes we move in emotional renovation malfunction episode. So I may get really emotional and have trouble understanding somebody's emotions. And I never want to, put a relationship at risk. Like, I don't feel like I'm emotionally ready. So why am I making a video on the internet like that? Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I think it's really important that we turn the narrative from, you are taking the healthcare education classes provided by government agency and disability agency to make you have a relationship, when in reality, taking the relationship courses and all that is for your understanding of the community around you, whether you are taking it with the intent to have a relationship or to not have a relationship. It's totally okay to tell in more and no happen when you want public awareness. And then on the flip side of the community healthcare education, I think it is also important that caregivers or people on your support team may allow you to talk about your relationship on your own terms. Now, I do understand that in the IFP process, when you are writing a support plan for yourself, they do ask you if you have meaningful relationship or if you are romantically interested in someone, and it's completely okay to be like, no, I am not, or yeah, I am, but you don't have to go into detail about that unless you want to. I think it's very important that your hair team have a boundary. Your hair team have a boundary, and they have privacy, and like I also think the ability to understand a relationship, I often hear it measured on a piece of paper or some type of medical care. Like, I do realize that like the state or the city that you're in may have a piece of paper documenting relationship capability, but I want you guys to know that even if you are not like interested in the right now you can be loved in many different ways, and people does not define what you can or cannot do. Like to heal love. You can heal love in many different ways. You can heal love through friendship, through a DFP relationship, and no, I don't mean romantic, I mean like you can still get the benefit of a relationship without being romantic. So I'm making this video because I heard multiple different times from multiple different people that, hey, I took this education and now I can't find a relationship. Why? And I would like to ask you guys, why is that so important? Why are we putting that into society's head when that's the most damaging part, more so than a breakup or not having finding your life. That happens to everyone. My parents dated in high school and then broke up and then started dating again. So like, why? Everyone knows who wants it, but no one has mandated you have to have a relationship because you're disabled. We don't have to be dependent on anyone beside or support staff or family if we don't want to. So I'm so sorry for the rant of this video, but I honestly think this is so important, and I'm going to put some resources down below when it comes to relationship courses that you can take with a disability. And if you take them, let me know. If you have more questions about relationships, let me know. I may have some resources for you. And remember, you are loved no matter what.